This is directed for the whole panel, I think. This is Paula from Newcastle. Do you think a higher level of tenant turnover will become a headache? We've sort of touched on that a little bit before, and I think, time is a key factor in any investment. But, from your perspective, Luke, what do you think is the main concern you see from investors with HMOs? Or, how do you take the worry out of it for them?
I mean, the turnover of tenancies is obviously going to be higher. It's no different than owning, if you've got a 6-bedroom HMO, it's no different than owning 6 individual units, potentially.
True,
and the turnover will be very similar, potentially even higher.
You always need to treat each bedroom unit as a separate
entity.
Flat almost.
Yeah, almost like a separate entity from that point of view. And yes, it can become a headache, but you have to weigh up the headache that you're potentially going to receive versus your return. And you can't expect to have a greatly increased income with not increased aggravation. The two don't come in correlation.
You don't get money for nothing, is
that? Correct, exactly.
You work harder.
You might employ a managing agent, which you build a good relationship with, and then they look after the property for you and take the headache away. Or you might want to do it yourself, but I would certainly consider using a managing agent who has experience in managing HMOs and portfolios, and then they've got the experience to look after it. They know what they're doing, and they'll take the headache out of it for you.
Okay. I agree, and I think that to add to that, you need to go into it very well researched. People think that property investment in general is easy, and it's not. And HMOs are another level on. Yeah. And you need to make sure you've got all of your ducks in the row, if you like. I mean, we are aware of cases where landlords have not done things correctly, and then the local authorities will come down on them very hard because you've got lots of people living in one property. Yeah. You need to make sure things are spot on.
I've seen landlords put in eviction notices themselves and got the very slightest of details wrong, and county court throws it straight out.
It will be, and if you're wanting to get it through the court, especially now, the system and the procedures have all been tightened up. So you need to make sure you keep good records. If you're going to do, Section 8, for example, through the county court, you need to then, at the same time, apply to have that be able to be transferred up to the High Court. You need to have it documented with a hardship statement as to why you need this to be done quickly. And a company like ourselves, for example, will help with that process, and we have agents that will attend the High Court to help get it through. So we don't leave anything to second chance.